holy name of the Lord. Number 10, to not have complete faith on the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It's also an offense to be net into while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against his offenses in order to achieve the desired success, that is Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. And before moving on to the session, I would like to know who are all present on the call today. Please excuse me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. So sincerely, all are chanting every day, and I'm really inspired of every devotee who is present on the call for chanting and listening to the Harikatha. Thank you so much once again for joining. Please introduce yourselves before moving on to the session. I would like Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण अनिता माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। तेरा प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, प्रीतिदासी गुरु शालो। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to your wonderful services. We are also inspired by your services, Mataji. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas, and this is the last day for this year. Hari Bol. Bye-bye 2025. Hari Bol.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, I was about to say this. Today is the last day of 2025. And I don't know how this year went. It was like so fast, roller coaster year. And we happily welcome 2026 also. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call, and thank you for all your wonderful services, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. My Dandavad pranams to all the devotees on the call. This is Harita from Mesa City, Texas, Mataji, and wishing all of you a very happy new year in advance. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call, and thank you for all your services, Mataji. A very happy new year in advance to everyone.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shyama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte, and this is the last day of year, Mataji. Please forgive me if I have done anything in this year, any offense, any mistake. Please forgive me, all the devotees.
Hare Krishna, Shyamaguri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call, and thank you for all your wonderful services, Mataji. And yes, this is why we need that our senior devotees, means like we have to follow our senior devotees, right? So how nicely you said the statement, Mataji, to forgive your offenses. In fact, you'll have to forgive us for all our offenses, Mataji. So please forgive us and forgive me, especially for any offenses I have done throughout this year. And thank you, Mataji.
I thank all the devotees who have done nice services on Bhakti Sangha. Thank you so much. It was very nice, wonderful year. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think we should have a session for 2025, Mataji, so that we can say what is the important thing which you observed for this year. So we can discuss, right? So
we can get the recap what we have done this year.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Mataji, for all your service.
Hare Krishna.
Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to your wonderful services, Mataji. Thank you so much. This is Sundarangi Radha Devidasi from India. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. And please turn on your video, Mataji. Now you have introduction services. Thank you for all your services also, Mataji. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Over to you. Dear devotees, so today's speaker is His Grace Keshavanand Prabhu. But before moving on to the session, I'd like to hand over call to Sundarangi Radha Mataji to give brief introduction about Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. I see you have unmuted yourself. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, all glories to Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my pranams. And here is a brief introduction about today's speaker. Today's speaker is Dr. Keshavanand Prabhuji. His Grace Keshavanand Prabhuji was a professional doctor for many years, and he is now a practicing monk. Since the last 20 years, he has conducted extensive research and authored books in the field of science and spirituality. He feels the rift between the science and spirituality must disappear to bring peace in the world. If spirituality is a superstition and a myth, science is materialistic and atheistic. A new approach to life is needed today that can bring the best of both. Science must re-embrace spirituality and be humble to admit its defects, flaws, and ignorance, and spirituality must base itself on sound, scientific, and rational ideas. Kesananda Prabhuji has studied both Vedic and Western philosophy. Besides learning Sanskrit, he also learned Bengali, Gujarati, Marathi, and Kannada to know about other traditions. His persistent endeavor in the field of science and spirituality has enabled him to come up with seminars on diverse topics like science and Vedas, mind and medicine, science spells to explain life, consciousness, and beyond, etc., that he has presented in various colleges in India, Europe, and America under the guidance of his spiritual master, His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj. He has also started a Gurukula, a traditional system of Vedic education in Punjab, India, where children learn the ancient Vedic culture and values. Besides, he has started a farm community. The community has a traditional way of living with mud huts and thatched roofs with cows, and of course, farming. The communities will set a model for the world to show how to live a life based on the principle of simple living and high thinking. All glories to Prabhuji's all wonderful services. Thank you so much, Mataji. Over to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji. Thank you so much for giving that brief introduction about Prabhuji, and Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this last session of Bhagavatam on Bhakti Sangha Forum, which is the last day for 2025. So Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for that service. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I see Keshavanand Prabhuji on the call. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Whenever you are
We
free,
we can read the
Prabhuji is
verses.
arriving in 2 minutes.
yeah, okay.
We can
Hare
read the
Krishna.
verses, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Okay. So today's verses of Bhagavatam will be from Canto 8, Chapter 17, verses from 1:3 to 1:6. That is 13 to 16. Over to you, Indileka Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for a beautiful introduction. Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 17, text 13 through 16. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 13. Tan vinirjitya samare durmadan asuras sabhan pratilabdha jaya shribhi putrerichhasyupasitum. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Devi, O Goddess, I can understand that you want to regain your sons and be together with them to worship me. After defeating the enemies in battle and retrieving your abode and opulences. Text 14. Indra jeshte swatanayir hatanam yuddhi vidvisham striyo rudantir asadhya drashtumichhasi dukhita. You want to see the wives of the demons lamenting for the death of their husbands when those demons, the enemies of your sons, are killed in battle by the demigods, of whom Indra is the chief. Text 15. Atmajan sushamriddham stvam pratyahृता yashasriya nakaprishtam adhishtaya kridato drashtumichhasi. Translation: You want your sons to regain their lost reputation and opulence and live again on their heavenly planets as usual. Prayodhuna te surayutanatha aparaniya iti devi me mati yatte anukuleshvara vipragupta na vikramastatra sukham dadati. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Mother of the demigods, in my opinion, almost all the chiefs of the demons are now unconquerable, for they are being protected by Brahmanas, whom the Supreme Lord always favors. Thus, the use of power against them now will not at all be a source of happiness. Purport: When a person is favored by Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, no one can defeat them. Even the Supreme Personality of Godhead does not interfere when one is protected by a Brahmana. It is said, Go Brahmana Hitayacha. The Lord's first inclination is to give all benedictions to the cows and Brahmanas. Therefore, if Brahmanas favor someone, the Lord does not interfere, nor can anyone interfere with the happiness of such a person. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Just remembered of Ambrish Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji, for the service of reading the verses. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So we have Prabhuji with us. So please wait till Prabhuji gets ready to join us. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Prabhuji will be joining in just 2 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Till then, we'll chant dear duty. So Prabhuji will be joining us soon. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Ram.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving us your valuable time and association. And welcome to the call, Prabhuji. And today is the last day of Bhagavatam session on Bhakti Sangha for the year 2025. Thank you for joining us, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Over to you.
Okay. So we are discussing it 17th chapter, 14 to 16th verse. This is the verses here. I think I've read that, huh? Fine.
Yes, Prabhu. We read the verses and translation purpose.
Okay. Om Jnanatimandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namassarasvaya Gauravani Pracha Shunyavadi Paschat. Okay, so these are beautiful verses here. And and the idea of these verses is quite unique because I'll tell you that this is a very important, these are very important verses. Why? Because, yeah, this 8th chapter, 17th verse, 17th chapter, 13 to 16th verse. Why these are important? Because the Lord is speaking to his devotee, Aditi. Now, when we read Bhagavatam, what does Sukdev Goswami says? Pibatam Bhagavatam Rasam Alayam Gunalayam Madhvacharya adds there. Gunalayam. Why Bhagavat is full of rasa? Because it is full of qualities of Krishna. So whenever we read Bhagavatam, we have to find Krishna in the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. Find his qualities. And qualities signify his his nature. Srimad Bhagavatam is all about helping us to know Krishna. That's all. To know God. So all of these verses look plain and simple, you know. Krishna is talking to his devotee Aditi. Aditi did a vow, Payovrat. She did. She sustained only on milk for 12 days by the advice of her husband Kashyap to actually help her sons, Indra and demigods, to regain the power which was sabotaged by Bali Maharaj. That's what he did. And they were like homeless, all demigods. They were like wandering here and there. So Aditi wanted to help her sons. And that's why she did this vrata. And being pleased by her vrata, Krishna appeared. And he is saying something to her. Now what he's saying is, now I'll read every verse, but you have to keep in mind, when I read this verse, just focus on what God is saying, Krishna is saying. And through that, we will be able to understand what is his quality, which is actually reflecting in his words and his nature thereby. Because it is said a man is known by his words. Man is known by the words he speaks, isn't it? So language defines a personality. So that's why it's important to analyze what he's saying. First of all, Krishna will not speak just like an ordinary layman. An ordinary layman speaks to speak. That's all. There's no depth. There is no goal of their talks. Neither anything, neither any concern for the other person. But that's not Krishna. Krishna has all these elements. When he talks, he talks. And he talks for the concern of the person. And there is a depth. When he talks, he Rupa Goswami says he does multitasking. He's speaking something, but he's targeting many things by his words, and he will understand when we'll discuss this. So just keep this in mind, not just for this class, but for every class. Whenever you read Bhagavatam, you have to find Krishna behind those words. Find his nature, his qualities. Otherwise, we can read Bhagavatam, but there'll be no much use of it, because it will become entertainment. That's why Srila Prabhupada said, always hear Srimad Bhagavatam from pure devotees. Why? You can also hear Bhagavatam from your grandmother, or maybe some YouTube Bala, he will speak something. And that's not the point. Why pure devotee? Because they will actually show you what is unseen, what is hidden to your eyes. He will show you, okay, this verse, behind these words, there is some secret. And that's what a devotee will do. And then you will understand, okay, now. So what he says, Krishna is saying to Aditi now, O Devi goddess, I can understand that you want to regain your sons and be together with them to worship me. After defeating the enemies in the battle, retrieving your abode and opulences. Now, Tan Vinirjitya Samare, Krishna says, I can understand. He says, I can understand. So, I can understand. So, what that does mean? That shows the omniscience of God. Even before Aditi, she could say, she offered the prayers and she could say what she wants. He already knows. He knew why she was doing Prayavrat and what she want to say exactly. And if you really carefully look at the words, Krishna understood that she wanted to regain the kingdom for her sons and be together with them to worship me. Now that was the point. Jaya Shri Bhi Putrai Richhasi Upasitam. So the idea here is he is not reprimanding Aditi for making a material desire. It's a material desire. No, I want my sons to regain power. And any mother will think like it. But she's not like that. She's Aditi. She's mother of demigods. So she says, I want them to again regain the power, but to worship you. That's the point. Just like Chitraketu. Chitraketu asked Krishna, he asked Krishna, okay, I want to become a Gandharva and sing your glories. It seems a materialistic desire. I want to become Gandharva, but the Krishna is not seeing the desire here. Krishna is seeing the aim of desire. The aim of desire is to worship him. So that desire, although appearing to be materialistic, it becomes spiritual. That's the idea. So in this verse, he is actually, what do we say? He's actually authorizing a truth, a philosophical truth also. That if you have a desire, any desire can become spiritual, whether mundane or even seemingly spiritual for liberation, can become devotional if the aim of the desire is to please and worship God. Simple, that's all. So in that sense, Aditi is asking for regain of the power. Now Krishna would have, I mean to say, if she was not pure, then he would not have given her darshan, first of all. That's out of question. He doesn't favor demigods and he doesn't hate demons. He's neutral. So she worshipped with a pure desire and he came and he's talking to them. So he's omniscient, one quality which surfaces, and the second quality of his is to accept all desires of his devotees. He accepts the desires and fulfills them, provided the goal is to please him and worship him. That's all. Just like in Mahabharata, Arjuna, he he asked Krishna how to defeat, this like Kauravas and what to do, especially Karna. So Krishna said, okay, do tapasya and ask Shiva a favor and ask for Pashupatastra. Now this is like something materialistic, isn't it? But the sole aim of Arjuna was to help Krishna in his mission. So Krishna advised him some mundane stuff. Ask Shiva Pashupatastra. And that's a mundane desire. But even Shiva was happy to give him because ultimately Arjuna is engaged in the service of Lord. That's why Hari Bhakti Vilas says, Mat kritam papam. Any sin which is done for me, it becomes punya. And any punya, if it is not done for me, it becomes pap. That's a beautiful verse. If you're righteous, but if you're not devotee, you're sinful. But even if you're so-called sinful in the eyes of society, but you are serving God, then that is not simple. You are righteous. That is dharma. That is a supreme teaching of dharma, highest dharma. So now the second verse. So the first verse helps to understand the omniscience of Krishna and also his readiness to accept the services, any type of desire, any type of service, if provided the aim is ananya, to please. And then Krishna says, you want to see the wives of demons lamenting for the death of their husbands. And demons, enemies of your sons, are killed in the battle by demigods, of whom Indra is a chief. Now this is crazy. Krishna is saying, I understand, you want to see the wives of demons lamenting for the death of their husbands. Now what kind of, if you really look at the surface, you might think Aditi is a, like ordinary woman. She wants to see the lamentation of the wives of demons. Yeah, that's a revengeful motive. She has a revenge. Now, but Krishna didn't tell her that this is a wrong desire. You should not think like that. You see, Draupadi, her 5 sons were killed by Ashwatthama. Nevertheless, she said, leave him because if he dies, her mother will also lament like me for the sons. So that's nice, What the hell you are? He didn't say anything like that. Why? Why? Because there is another important quality of God. That is, he wants to interact with his devotees with all the emotional complexities they have. Now, as a woman, as a mother, it's natural to think like that. She's thinking like that. And Krishna accepts that kind of talk, that rasa. There's a rasa in this. She's acting as an ordinary woman. But she understands she understands she's facing God. And Krishna can understand her heart. And he's saying, okay, you accept. But because she's a devotee, he doesn't actually take this thought, this revengeful thought, seriously. That's the point. And that is another quality of Krishna. Nimilya unnimilya. Vishnu Sahasranam says, he closes the eyes when he sees some defects in his devotees. He says this, but he's not concerned. And why he says, because he also wanted to show that he knows this. What's he knows every subtle things in the heart of devotees. Again, omniscience. She would not have told her husband Kashyap that, I want to see the wives of demons lamenting. She wouldn't have told. She just told, I want my sons to again rule back heavenly kingdom, and so please tell me. Kashyap told, okay, Pehota. Kashyap also tricked her because he wanted her to completely focus on Krishna. So he told a vrat where she needs complete ekagrata on Vishnu. So she did that, and that's why Krishna came, and he's happy. But he could understand one of the core desire of the intention behind that desire. He could understand. It's not the sole intention. Sole intention is to worship. You see, that is omniscience. He is seeing in the heart of his devotees. You want to worship me, good, but you also want to take revenge. But okay, I will close my eyes. I don't see it that. That's the idea. Apichet suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhag. This verse, even if my devotee does most abominable action, but if he is completely focused on me to please me, I consider him as sadhu. I close my eyes. I don't see his defects. I don't see his pitfalls. This is not apichet sudurachara. There is some deep, subtle, revengeful desire. But yes, okay, fine. Just leave it. That's okay. I don't care. And that is a beautiful quality of Krishna. His nature is to his nature is to find a smallest and what should I use? Even a smallest spark of service, he will acknowledge it. Even if the person is like completely crazy, a demon, but even slight amount of service, he will acknowledge. Okay, this is nice. And if his devotees have like so many offenses he's doing, he doesn't care about that. Just to encourage that person, okay, keep on doing. And slowly all these desires will vanish. That's how that's the idea. A good teacher encourages a student, isn't it? And that's how they grow. A bad teacher condemns, okay, this is wrong, this is wrong. And then they get depressed, they don't grow. So Krishna, this is another quality of Krishna. Vande Krishna Jagat Gurum. He's Neta. Vishnu Sahasranam uses his name Neta. He is the best leader. What's that Bhagavad Gita says? A leader. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Shakshi. Nivasa Sharanam Suhrita. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi. Gati. He's a leader. He leads his devotees to the destination. To his lotus feet. That's the destination, right? So that's the idea there. So this is another quality which is actually which is reflecting in this verse, very important verse. Well, yeah. And then, and then 15th verse, he continues. You want your sons to regain their lost reputation and opulence and live again on their heavenly planet as usual. Now, he is also he's also like he's saying, you want to gain the lost reputation, opulence of your sons and live on heavenly planets. Now, why this? I mean to say, what's the point of this verse? Why this verse? Because you see the point. This is another quality of Krishna. Demigods are devotees, by the way. Indra, Varun, Chandra, all are devotees, all are his great devotees. She's a devotee. And he is acknowledging the fact that she wants, not only she wants her sons to regain the power, but also she wants to be with them as devotees in heaven and eternally and perpetually serve Krishna. So she wants association of devotees. She wants an environment where she can serve God peacefully and happily. This is a good desire. It's a good desire. In this case, the demigods are her son. That's another thing. You see, even Pandavas, the same thing goes for Pandavas. This Draupadi, all 5 Pandavas are devotees. Draupadi, their wife. Now, I think Yudhishthira Maharaj asked Bhima once that, about Draupadi and about all the brothers. Bhima said, you know what? For me, all of you are my brothers and my wife later, but first you're devotees. And they were serving each other in the capacity of a Vaishnava. The relationship was very secondary. They could understand all are great devotees. Kunti could understand that all my sons are very great devotees. So she was taking care of them as a Vaishnava seva. And Draupadi could understand 5 Pandavas are devotees and she was serving them as a devotee, as a Vaishnava. And that's why they were dear to Krishna, because they were free from all material desires. Nevertheless, externally it was seeming wife, husband. Similarly, externally it's seeming Aditi is asking for her sons and all those things, but that's not the point. Krishna acknowledged this fact that she could understand the primary relationship of her with demigods is a Vaishnava relationship, and she wanted to be with them and serve him and glorify him. So that's good. That is Krishna's good nature. You see, he sees uh, he sees uh, good things in his devotees. Just like Bali, her sister, when in the Vaman avatar he came to kill Bali, or maybe take the kingdom back, not to kill actually. But so her sister saw Vaman and she had a desire, it's a beautiful child. I want to give him the milk. But then later she got, when Krishna tied Bali, then she was like really going mad and she said, well, I'll put poison on a breast and then feed poison with the milk. So what did Krishna do? He acknowledged the first desire. Okay, you want me as a son? Otherwise, he would have said, "You crazy woman, get lost." But he acknowledged, you want me as a son? Okay, fine. You want to poison me? That's also fine. But he actually converted her desire to poison Krishna as a service, because he used her as an actor in his drama to actually give pleasure to Brajvasis. So he benefited her like that. So she came, then all the story, Putna and Brajvasis. When he was saved, Brajvasis were very happy. So she added like if you make a dish, a dish. So to increase like if you make a soup, you add your tomato soup, you add butter, and then you might add breadcrumbs, and then black pepper, and then just to increase the taste, to enhance the taste, you might add little spice, very very minimal spices, red chili powder, very minimal, so that tangy taste will come, and that'll be very good. So similarly, Putna is is a tangy taste in the pastimes of Krishna. That's how she is. It increases the flavor, because Brajvasis are always playing with Krishna, dancing with Krishna, but they also want to see Krishna in action and his power. Although they're not interested in power of Krishna, but they want to see. So Putna comes and he does all these things, and Brajvasis are happy. And later, what happens? Brajvasis make songs on these pastimes, and they're singing Putana Ghatana, and they made some song and they're singing together. So it gives them pleasure. So he used the desires of uh, Putna to actually enhance his pastimes, and and indirectly it benefits him. Similarly here, he uses the desire of Aditi to be with her sons and heaven and all those things to actually do a pastime, to play a chapter in his pastime, and that's how she will benefit. And that is why he came as Vaman avatar. He tricked Aditi. It will come further. It will come here. It will come. He says, uh, he says, "O mother of demigods, in my opinion, almost all chiefs of demons are now unconquerable." So he says to us, he says to Aditi, you have to wait. First thing, because they are unconquerable. Now, why he said you have to wait? And why he said they are unconquerable? They are unconquerable because he said, for they are being protected by Brahmanas. Now, in this case, demons are devotees. Now, that's a unique thing. Bali is a devotee. He's worshipping Vishnu. And Bali probably, even in his kingdom, he would have asked his subjects to worship Vishnu, isn't it? Okay, let's worship Vishnu. He's a devotee. So, and because he's a devotee, he knows the importance of serving Guru and Brahmana. He's serving Guru perfectly. and Brahmanas perfectly. And Indra lost the kingdom because he actually insulted his guru, Brahaspati. So that is why Krishna says they're actually unconquerable. They're unconquerable. And by this he shows one important philosophical fact, that if you have faith in your guru and sadhus, and if you always worship them, never despise them, never condemn them, never envy them, nobody can do anything to you. Even even Krishna says, even I can't do anything. They are unconquerable. I can go and fight with them, but I'm Go Brahman Hitaja. I help Brahmanas. And who is the best of Brahmana? Who serve other Brahmanas? Who is the best of Vaishnava? Who is servant and servant, the servant of Vaishnava? So previously Vaishnava and Brahmana is same thing. So he is a Brahmana who is serving nicely, and they're serving and their faith. So I don't think so. He says they're unconquerable. Now there is a political tactic behind it. I told you Krishna is doing multitasking. He thinks, but then there are many directions he's thinking. He's God. Even a wise person thinks so in so many directions, isn't it? That's why we generally go and ask a wise person for some advice, because he's seen from all angles. A foolish person will see from one angle and then it will become a mess. So Krishna is a political tactic. He's saying, okay, well, wait. The idea is wait. They're unconquerable. Okay, so I need time. You need time. You have to wait. Now, why he said you have to wait, you need time? Because of two things. Because I mean to say, Krishna would have told, okay, fine, they're unconquerable, but I'll do a trick and just go and finish them off. He didn't say, wait. I mean, for the time being, it's like that. Now, it's a political tactic because Krishna wanted, if he would have immediately gone to Bali and fought with him, he could have defeated. He can do anything. He can do impossible. And Bali dies. But he said, wait, because he had a plan in his mind. He wanted to glorify Bali. He's a devotee in demon family. And by the way, he's grandson of Prahlad. That's another link. He wanted to make Bali Mahajan. And that's why he said, wait, I have to think of a plan so that your sons can get heavenly kingdom and he will be declared as a Mahajan. So, win-win situation. He wanted to make a win-win situation. So he said, okay, fine, let's think about it. And what he did, he came as son of Aditi. He said, okay, fine. Later he'll say, I'll come as his son. Now, why he wanted to come as a son? He could have just appeared from nowhere. But Baradev, he appeared from the nose of Narsimha Bhagwan, he appeared from the left. He would have appeared from air, okay, I'm there, Vaman. But he said, okay, I'll come as son of you, I'll become your son. Why? Because he wanted Aditi to, because Aditi had a subtle material desire. I want to be with my sons. I want my son to gain the glory of heaven. So he wanted to help her to get over this, this materialistic subtle desire. So he became son of Aditi. Now it becomes spiritual because she wants her son to attain glory. And who is her son? Vaman. He did that thing to help her. There are reasons, for everything, for Krishna. It's not that Krishna, you become my son and Krishna become, and it's not like that. It's a crazy sentimental fools will do like that. He thinks in all direction. And whatever he thinks, it will be for the welfare of the devotee. So he comes, that is why he says, okay, you don't have to wait. Just wait. And another thing he's showing is, he's also impressing the fact to Aditi that, you know what, you have a desire and that's okay, I'll fulfill it. But I'll fulfill it in my own way. Don't try to force me to do it in your way. That doesn't work. So I'll do it in my own way. Let me do it in my own way and have patience. So this is another. So he is actually asking his devotees to have patience. They have a desire, he'll fulfill them. Fulfill those desires. Every devotee has some desires, but you have to wait and have patience, so that he can come up with the best plan And I mean to say, you can say, well, he can come up with the best plan even now. He's God. But it's his own ways, he waits. Because it's not about you, it's about the entire cosmos. It's not about helping you, it's about helping others also through you. So that needs a change in the universe. Just like Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada's desire was to actually preach, fulfill the orders of Guru. But that requires, Krishna would have fulfilled, go to West and do, but he was waiting so that his desires can also help the world in the best of the way. So a hippie revolution had to come in the West. So he has to wait for 30 years for hippie revolution to come there, and then Prabhupada lands up there. And Prabhupada said in one of his lectures that Krishna arranged this hippie revolution for me. So you need time. So just have patience and he'll do the best for you. So thus the use of power against them now will not at all be a source of happiness. So that's why Krishna said, okay, fine, stop. So all these interesting facts are there in this discussion. Actually, it's beautiful to listen what God talking in, because you can really understand what he's thinking, how he's thinking, what he wants from us. And Bhagavatam is all about discussions between his devotees and God. And if you sit and analyze them and hear from pure devotees, then they will actually probe in the behind the words of God and access the nature of him, and then develop a relationship. That's what we want. Once relationship is developed, that's sambandham, rasa. Pivatam bhavatam rasamalayam. And madhvars gunalayam, which this rasa can be accessed through the qualities of God. Qualities can be accessed through the words of God. And that's why we have to sit and analyze. In fact, I'm like just giving a surface understanding of all these things. But if you read commentary of acharyas on scriptures, they'll analyze, every word, every full stop of Krishna also, why he stops there. Because even stopping signifies an emotion, isn't it? Signifies an emotion. So suppose I say Krishna spoke to Aditi, and if I say Krishna spoke to Aditi, that means I'm thinking something. So even in the pauses of Sanskrit verses, commentators going deep. Now, why they're going in every nitty and gritty of this verse? Are they doing surgery of this verse? No, actually, they are not doing surgery. They want to understand the mind of God, and only then we can make relationship with Him. Otherwise, it's impossible to make relationship with any person, leave alone God. That's what these verses are about. Hare Krishna, Shila Prabhupada. Ki jai. Anything anybody wants to ask? Nalanda?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such a very good explanation of this full verses. It's always
Okay.
a different perspective of all the verses, Prabhuji. So, yeah, Aditi, though she was praying to the Lord, it was a subtle material desire, which is not at all wrong that she is praying for her sons. So, thank you so much, Prabhuji, for that. And thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, any questions or realizations? We have one hand raise. Sunil Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very beautiful class. Prabhuji, you mentioned that whenever we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we have to look for the qualities of Krishna. Now you gave the example of the prayers, Prabhu. In that, okay, possible. But what about other sections, Prabhu? Like there is a marriage of Kardam Muni and Dehuti, Pravanjan story, Purichita and Agnidhar, Devyani, Yati. That is different story, Prabhu.
Everywhere qualities of Krishna, because then you see qualities of devotees, and and the qualities of devotees are coming from qualities of Krishna. So ultimately, it goes there.
So I have to see the qualities in the verses, what devotees are speaking.
Yeah, of course. That's what we are reading Bhagavatam for.
Okay, thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So we have anything? Okay. No, we don't have any. So I just like to point out, sees only the good things from everyone. So though there is something which is material also, or something which is bad also, as you said, the example of Putana, right? So though her intention was bad, but still the Lord saw the good things. And also in the case of Bali Maharaj's sister, I think, right? So that was really a very good understanding, Prabhuji, for myself. And the Lord, so that's why the Lord closes his eyes, right? So we say Lord Balaji has closed his eyes. His tilak is coming to his eyes because he just sees only the good things for his devotees. Yeah. So
That's
thank you so
true.
much, Prabhuji. And dear devotees, any questions? Realizations?
Okay. I think today is Happy New Year or what your
Today's year's last day, Prabhuji. So that's why maybe everyone's busy in that.
Okay.
So
Fine.
give us some good blessings, Prabhuji, for the last year of the last day of the year.
Yeah, take a resolution to read entire Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita and read all books of Prabhupada. That's a good resolution.
Yes, Prabhuji. And also, we should be blessed to have your association for every year after years coming, Prabhuji. So that's our wish also. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for
Thank
that.
you.
And a very happy new year in advance to you, Prabhuji, from all of us. So I don't find any more hand raise or questions. Yeah, I see Shyama Guru Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble
Hare
obeisances.
Krishna,
All good.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class and all the classes you gave on Bhakti Sangha. We are very, very grateful to you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. 2025 was nice. Oh, hope you will give all classes in 26 also. Thank you,
Okay, Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much, dear devotees. So with your permission, Prabhuji, we can end the session here. We don't have any questions. Vancha kalpatrupasya kripa sindhu
Patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo
namo
namaha.
namaha.
Namo Namaha.
Srila Prabhupada
Ki jai.
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 Bhagavatam ki
Hare
Jai.
Krishna. Dear devotees, a very happy
Hare
new year to
Krishna
all of
Prabhu.
you. Hare
you.
Krishna.
Thank you,
Jai
Mataji. Same to
Krishna.
you.
Hey, Haribol.
Hare Ranga.
Nityananda.
Gauranga.
Nanda.
Gauranga.